Hey, this is UFL Week 1, Season 26, Houston at New England. Texans, I made a few moves on defense to get some defensive backs over the offseason. Try to make my defense a little faster. I think it's going to be pay off to be good. I can mix up my defense a little more. And then this game with the Patriots was a road game, so we knew it was going to be a hard game coming in. We wanted to see how our rookie running back would do in his second year. Hopefully he'd leave off what he did in his stellar rookie season. But as you can see, here's a season. We pretty dominant game on passing, rushing, average yards per play, and takeaways. But let's look at some of the plays. So you can see in the first quarter, it started off, we got the ball. We went basically 3 and out and had to give the ball to the Patriots, and they drove it right down our throats. And on this play, this is my second year safety. I thought for sure, I was using him. Thought I had the pick here, but I just didn't react to the ball, and Gronk goes and gets it. And that put him up 7-0. We continued to try to fight back here, and we got some one-on-one coverage because they were trying to really shut down that running back of ours. And Hopkins is just hard to cover one-on-one, so I thought he could get deep on him, and he did. So that was a lucky play by us. We were able to drive it down and push it in with a 1-yard touchdown on 3rd and 1 to tie the game up. And then we go back, hold them, then we get the ball back, sacked. First play put us in hole. And then 3rd and like 26, I believe. This play I thought was going to be a game breaker. See everybody's downfield, try to run it, but instead of getting out of bounds, going to the sidelines, cuts it in, he just gets laid out, gets injured. But on the, I don't know what I was thinking. Like maybe Robert would run him over. I didn't want to juke. So he got the ball back. We ended up getting the ball back on this play right here. Ward redeemed himself for that bad interception on this one. This was all CPU though. He just dropped down in the cover 3 and jumped in front of that one. We got the ball back, and RG3 was still injured, so Hoyer's in. Didn't think he would think I was going to throw it deep here. This play was covered. Really should not have been a touchdown. Let's see what happens. So he goes up. It's Hopkins again, right? He's an animal. He just goes up and grabs the ball right between the guy's hands. The other guy's got the high point. Hopkins stays low, just pulls it down, and then stumbles into the end zone. That was a pretty lucky play. Could have easily been an interception. That put us up 14-7. Then our defense was pretty locked down tight. We made some pretty lucky deflections, and 4th and 1, tried to go for it. I got stopped. He get the ball back. I really thought this might be the game changer. He got the ball. He drove it down, except right after the 4th and 1, he threw a pick. And this play is nasty. This is just terrible. Look at this animation. There's no way Cushing should have caught that ball. He like bends all the way back on one leg. Devised physics here. Going right, bends left, breaks his ACL in his left knee, yet somehow catches the ball and pops back up on his feet. Now this guy might be the best athlete in the world, but that animation was kind of silly. I hate seeing things like that in Madden. So we were able to battle back. We got the ball at half. Kick to him. He got the ball down. Our defense stayed going. A couple back and forth series in the 3rd. And he was able to come out with a field goal to pull within 14-10. And then here, picked off. I think after this is when he goes down and gets the field goal to pull 14-10. And then his quarterback started making some mistakes. More than usual in our running game. Got a few good runs. We got a 23-yard run there. Here we go with Hopkins again. We noticed he was one on. Got him kind of opened out there. No. And then in the 4th, this is when the interception started coming our way. Our run defense couldn't get going at all. It held us. We felt like we were going to break big runs. We never did. I think we ended up with 90 yards rushing, so it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Here we go back and forth. And then having this running back, he puts a lot of pressure on the defense, so I'm going to get some one-on-one matchups with Hopkins, which hopefully I can continue to have success. So Hopkins gets one-on-one again. He's hard to cover, and that put us up 21-10. Patriots got the ball back, and I think 3rd and 10, he deflected the ball. 4th and 10. This interception is not near as bad as the last Cushing one, but at least it's reasonable. He turned around and caught it right over the middle, so that was a nice play by Cushing. think he ended with 3 interceptions. I think I may have missed one of them earlier. We got the ball back. An interception here to end the game. Pretty much game over already anyways, but tossed it up. Valentine took it down into the game. It was a good game. We got a lot of lucky breaks. Ended up 24-10, so that was good. Let's look at some of the stats real quick to see. Really was a bad game statistically. So RG3 didn't throw it much. Only had 2 incompletes. 1 was picked off. So the ball only hit the ground once, but hopefully we can continue to keep a balanced attack. We need to do a little more passing the ball, spreading it around. You can see we had rushing, we had passing a little bit. Third downs, we only had 1 of 8. Usually you get 1 of 8 third downs, you're not going to win many games. But down below the stats, the turnovers, we had 5 interceptions. Was really what kept us in the game. Overall, like I said, Griffin had 2 incomplete passes, 1 was a pick. Running game, Bridges only had 90 yards rushing. It's kind of a bad day for him, but he had a couple that felt like he might break it, but just never could get there. Then Hopkins went off with 7 catches. I think my next highest receiver had 1 catch, so I got to work on spreading the ball around. Overall, it was a good game. Lucky to get a win on the road in the UFL, so I'll take it, even though it was a little sloppy. I got a few breaks, but I guess what you got to do when you're on the road. So hopefully week 2 we go to the Colts. We'll see how it goes. All right.